Remember when you told me you believe in something and you said you're done pretending.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lindsay, and for today's video, I'm gonna be walking you guys through my stretching routine. As a dancer growing up and having dance be such a big part of my life now, stretching is such an important part of my life to make sure that my muscles are staying stretched out and feeling good and that my body is moving in the best ways. So I'm gonna walk you through my classic stretch routine. It's about 15 minutes and I usually do this to warm up before I'm working out or before I'm dancing or even to cool down after my workouts or after dance class. Before we get started, I just wanted to give you guys two quick reminders. Number one, please, please, please listen to your body. I cannot feel what your body feels like, so if something doesn't feel right, please don't do it, back off. Please listen to your body. Number two, stretching takes time, so it might not feel super great the first time around, or it might be kind of hard, or you might not be super flexible, but just keep trying, keep stretching. It's great if you stretch a couple times a week, and I promise your body will thank you for it, and your muscles will get more and more flexible over time. With those two reminders done, let's get right onto it. Let's get stretching. I like to start my stretching routine with a little bit of a warm-up just to get my muscles moving and nice and warm and ready to be stretched out. So I start with some grand pliés in second, as well as stretching out my side body by reaching from side to side. With these side body stretches, make sure that your shoulders and hips are staying in the same plane so you're not leaning forward or back at all.
And come back when you're older. Go catch the storm within your broken bones and be wild, wild, wild.
Throughout this entire stretching routine and whenever you're stretching, remember to keep breathing. Your muscles need oxygen, so if you hold your breath, you are restricting that oxygen from getting towards your muscles. Feel free to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, or whatever feels most comfortable to you. In this hamstring stretch, I shift my hips so that they are facing parallel towards the side, so that way I can get a deeper stretch into my hamstring. In this stretch, I also like to add a little movement by bending and straightening my back knee to continue to warm up my hamstring muscles.
Summer's end, and you feel that this is your beginning.
And now we're going to repeat that same sequence, but on the left-hand side. In this stretch, be sure to keep your back nice and flat all the way from your head to your tailbone.
And come back when you're older. Go catch the storm within.
Anytime I'm stretching out my hamstrings, I like to think about my chest going towards my knee instead of my nose. That way my head can stay more in line with my spine. I like to flow through my stretching routine almost like a yoga flow, where I start with a foundation and then build upon it each time. So this time around, we're going to add in some more lower body stretches. Anytime you're in a runner's lunge, be sure to keep your knee in line with your ankle, so that way it creates a 90-degree angle.
It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that.
Again, I like to add movement into my stretching routine so that I can keep my muscles nice and warm. So we are going to bend and straighten our front leg here.
Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on
This stretch is all about stretching out the hip flexor of your back leg that is straight, so be sure you're pressing your hips forward and down. For a deeper stretch, we're going to grab our back foot and bring it towards our glutes. Don't forget to keep breathing here.
As I'm walking to your place, I'm shaking. I am picturing the words in my mind. I cannot stand losing you. No, I will fight.
In this stretch, you want to make sure that both of your glutes are seated firmly on the ground. I like to add in a little bit of a twist so that I can stretch out my back muscles. You should be feeling this stretch in both your hips as well as your glutes. This stretch is great no matter how flexible your hamstrings are because you can start with your chest lifted tall and slowly work it closer and closer towards your leg.
'Cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. 'Cause you're the best thing, best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing. Best thing that I've ever had.
And what we do on the right side, we must do on the left. You have to be even. We're going to repeat that full sequence on the left-hand side.
It's getting closer to midnight. I try to get closer to you.
Feel free to add a little bit of movement into these stretches, whatever feels comfortable to you.
Now I will soon make a move. Ooh, I can taste it. The bittersweetness of taking a shot. A risk worth taking. If it's a shot of love, baby, I adore you. Maybe I adore you. Yeah, I'm feeling high. I'm up on cloud nine. Baby, I adore you. I try to focus on breathing.
Don't forget to smile. That makes everything feel better.
Your lips against a red cup makes me lose my mind completely.
The goal of this stretch is to get your foot as close to your glutes as possible while keeping your hips pressed nicely towards the ground.
A risk worth taking it. It's a shot of love. Baby, I adore you. Maybe I adore you. Yeah, I'm feeling
Pull your top leg closer to your body for a deeper stretch in your glutes.
trying my best not to lose control.
The further forward that you reach on this stretch, the deeper you should feel it in your glutes and hips.
Trying my best not to lose control, 'cause I adore you, adore you. Trying my best not to lose control. I want you, that's all I know. Trying my best not to lose control, 'cause I adore you. Baby, I adore you.
This stretch is great for feeling length through your inner thighs. My favorite movement to add to this hamstring stretch is a little bit of a swing to the right and left side. Grabbing your ankles and pulling your body towards your legs is a great way to make this stretch a little bit more intense. With this inner thigh stretch, it's important to try to keep your chest as lifted as possible and not dropping too low between your legs. On this forward fold, I like to alternate bending my right leg as well as my left leg to get a deeper stretch into each hamstring.
Let me free your mind. If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all the warmth, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I'll get you some. Feel your body losing up the tension.
When pressing down on your leg in this butterfly stretch, be sure to press further up towards your thigh versus directly on your knee. Get a deeper stretch while rounded over, take your elbows and press them into your thighs right above your knees. In this straight leg seated forward fold, the goal is to get your chest closer to your thighs versus trying to get your nose to your knees.
Free your mind, let me free your mind. Couldn't keep my hands away, I was speechless.
In this stretch, I like to alternate between pointing my feet and flexing them. When flexing my feet, I like to hook my hands around them and use that as leverage to pull my chest closer to my thighs. You can also work to flatten out your back for a deeper hamstring stretch here. Just like our first side body stretch, here you want to be sure that your shoulders are staying on the same plane as your hips. Being a dancer, having flexible hamstrings is very important, which is why I've included so many lower body and hamstring stretches in my daily stretching routine.
Never thought I'd feel this high. The sky has never felt this close, and when you kiss me, I can't believe that I am
Same stretch over to the left-hand side.
mine. You took the pain away, didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again.
this stretch less intense, bring your legs closer together to make a smaller V shape.
Thought I'd be up on cloud nine. I would never take our love for granted. Love how you make me feel alive when you're with me. Took the pain away, didn't mind my scars and my broken heart. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you.
For this glute stretch, try to get your body as close to your legs as possible.
Remember when you told me you believe in something and you said you're done pretending that fate is patient.
Last stretch, stretch out those shoulders and hamstrings one last time, and you are all done.
Go find a place where you can't be the victim and come back when you're older. Go catch the
And that is my full stretching routine. I hope you guys are feeling great afterwards. I know my muscles are feeling so much better, so much more lengthened and stretched out and a little bit more flexible. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below what your favorite stretches are. Would love to hear from you all, see how you guys are stretching out and taking care of your bodies. And as always, please hit that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on all of my newest videos. I so appreciate it and it helps my channel out so much. Thank you guys for watching and I can't wait to see you next time.